Alright, so I'm going to be showing you how I made this cool animation using 2D and 3D. Are you ready? Alright, let's go. Step 1, find some animation reference. Gang, I just took a video in my room and that was good enough. We're going to be animated on 2, so I just chopped mine up into 12 frames, so that's 24 frames per second, right? Then you're going to want to throw that into the software of your choice. I'm using Photoshop, but you can use anything like Procreate, Clip Studio, Krita, anything. You can even use Blender if you want. Then you're going to go frame by frame, studying your reference and trying to animate out the movement. It's low-key going to look chopped at first, but you just got to thug it out and make sure it looks clean. You've also got to make sure that the last frame loops perfectly into the first frame so that it loops seamlessly, right? That's one of the key things. Gang, make sure you tie down the movement before you start adding details. I don't want you to start adding details too early on and the movement isn't working. Make sure you got that down. Pay attention to the flow. Make sure you use animation principles like squash and stretch, anticipation and overshoot, and smear frames so that it looks squeaky clean. That's the key sauce. Once you got that down, you can start coloring and adding all the details. I even added stars in my smear frames, gang. You can do anything you want. It should look something like this when you're done. 12 frames. Step 2, this is where the 3D part comes in, right? You're gonna want to model a CD in 3D. I know it low-key sounds intimidating, but you can get all the resources you need on YouTube. And once you're done with your CD, you can either manually place it around the CD, or you can do what I did and procedurally place them using geometry nodes in Blender. And gang, this is low-key where it starts to get pretty complex, but trust me, if you just pause and copy all the settings I use, you should get the same result. But for the nerds out there, you essentially have to use a cylinder of 12 vertices with the same amount of frames you have in animation. Then you use those vertices as instances. Those instances are going to be used to procedurally place and rotate each animation frame using math evenly around the circumference of the CD. Then you're going to store that information as named data and you're going to pass it to the material so you can animate it properly with drivers using this expression. And again, if that didn't make any sense whatsoever, you can just take a project from my GitHub and use it to make yours. Alright, peace.